In my life would be my race and my gender, both being an influence in discrimination and oppression. I would say that being a woman has caused me to think about what I should look like, how should I talk and act, and what job I should be considering to get. Told not to play with boys or play with boy toys when I was younger, to not be loud or voice my opinion in certain discussions, to sit in a certain way. As for my race, I am considered a minority because I am Mexican American. So I've heard mean and racist comments towards my race, especially became an issue when Trump was elected and people were just being horrible at school. In one particular occasion in middle school where I've had to face that, like there was this kid came up to me and told me to go back to my country. Felt different and left out in certain activities in my school. These experiences influenced the way I see myself in the world. I would see myself weak, stupid, ugly, and unimportant. I would see the world as a hostile environment where there are constant violence and hate towards each other in different groups. If my race was different, if I was white among the majority of white Americans, I felt like I would have more opportunities or options to choose what I want to do with my life, better income and respect. Sexual health is a topic I'm most connected with so far because I learned a lot about my own body than I have learned in my health classes. I learned about a lot of women don't really know their genitals, their structure, genitals, like the name of the parts. Also made me realize that I don't really know my genitals as well. Like how we women would know more about male genitals than our own. I also learned that there are different types of uvulas, like the links and the that there are fake abortion clinics, and we have one here in Terre Haute, which is Crisis Pregnancy Center, which is one of the abortion clinics or fake abortion clinics that they pointed out in the lecture videos. Also learned about the forced sterilization that a lot of women were forced upon without consent and the controversies of abortions. The type of topic can be complicated in the fact that talking about one's sexual health or asking questions about it can be very shaming or embarrassing for many of us, especially in cultures where talking about that stuff is kind of like taboo. So a lot of things go unsaid and leading to unnecessary and preventative issues. Questions that can be difficult to answer would be, what is the correct thing to do when it comes to pregnancies? This can be very difficult to many women because of their religion or their own moral beliefs, the world beliefs, and the societal and family and peer pressures and their opinions on what they should do with their bodies. Learning about these certain topics might help in my classes and how to go about issues by analyzing it from all sides and forming opinions backed up with knowledge and facts. Also, to be more open to weird or uncomfortable topics, because I think they're necessary to be discussed and to be open to them. It allows genuine, informative discussions about them. Article that I chose was about a mass shooting that killed 51 people at 2 mosaics in New Zealand in 2019. The word or the term that I chose was Islamophobic, because this term exactly explains what this man is. He killed many innocent people because of their religion, and he was planning on shooting up a third mosaic. This term helps explain the level of hatred and fear that causes a person to create such act against innocent people because of their differences. And people should be more aware of that term like these to help identify the problem or issue to how to approach or help solve such problem or issue. One of the injustices that we discussed would be police brutality. I really think it has become a bigger problem lately, and reading about it in a novel, When They Call You a Terrorist by Patrice Cullors, had helped me be more aware of how badly it can get for many Black people. And how I would go about the problem would be put pressures to develop policies and laws that would help bring accountability in police departments to those who are not doing their job correctly, and also to help install programs where they train older or newer police officers in how to deal with certain situations, and to look back to old mistakes that many police officers have been making over the years, and to teach them how they can approach that situation in a different way, and to step up if they see their fellow peers doing inappropriate things. Passing through these programs might help more police officers to be aware of how their actions affect others and bring about certain situations. In doing so, these steps can bring more respect and safer conditions for both Black communities and police officers, who I think they are necessary to our society, but need to be held accountable for their actions. In order for this to happen, maybe making myself more involved in the community and be more experienced and informed in both sides, Black community and the Blue community, to understand what other sides are coming from, to become part of the solution and not a bystander to the problem.